G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a PP19 Bizon, and if you're snickering at me for saying PP, it means Pistolet Polumyet, which in Russian means pistol machine gun, or something to that effect, and the Bizon just means bison, like a big cow. Now, this weapon is not to be confused with the PP19 Bizon from the Russian Assault Pack. This one is the COD port from Warfighters Workshop, so 0 points can be awarded for having this thing in the game because it was created by a professional and probably overworked game dev and artist, so, you know, no points can be awarded there because some other professional did it. But how did they make it into Fallout 4? Let's find out how this goes, because honestly, this could go anywhere, I think. So the PP19 itself is a weapon that is still in service today. It was originally deployed in the Russian armed forces around 1996, first developed in 1993 by a dude called Viktor Kalashnikov, who is the son of Mikhail Kalashnikov, who created the legendary and, I guess, iconic for Russian, because, you know, it was in all those James Bond movies, AK-47. So, you know, son of greatness comes out and makes a submachine gun that they're still using to this day. It's been a very long time, and you can see little bits of AK here and there, this dust cover here at the back, and then a little bit with this front iron sight. But the main thing about this thing, it's got this big old helical drum on the front, which has little tiny bullets stacked in all swirly like, which means you get a whole lot of ammo capacity for a pretty small weapon on the whole, which I think is a pretty cool idea. And you get a little bit of a grip from this thing, but it doesn't look all that comfortable. But you got a whole bunch of bullets, so, you know, the volume of fire you can get out of this will probably be better than what comfort that a other submachine gun might get you, like a M5K or MP5, sorry. For example, M5K was what they called it in Battlefield 3. Anyways, for the receivers, we've got an automatic one, which you can upgrade it, you can tune it, you can have it reinforced, you can have it advanced, superior, high grade, and grand to give you 386 damage, done, sold, almost 400 for an automatic weapon. I could probably just stop all the modifications there and crush everything in my way, but I'm not going to stop. So we've got a rail on the side you can throw a laser on, a 5 megawatt laser or a 1 megawatt laser. Is it milliwatt? Megawatt? I feel like megawatt might be a little bit much. This is a tack laser. Improves accuracy whilst aiming down sights. Exposes position when active. Interesting. Remaining undetected with hip fire. Greatly improves hip fire accuracy only for aggressive operators who don't rely on concealment. Well, we're going to be sticking with this because 386 damage is not enough. We've got to multiply that by 4.4 times. Yes. So it's got the generic ear tech called Corp Combat Hollow Sight, and I'm guessing there's going to be one. Ooh, the Viper isn't here, the Cobra as it were, but there's a whole bunch of other ones that are generic ripoffs. That's an aim point, aim op. I think it's an aim point in real life. It's sort of elevated there. That actually looks a little bit uncomfortable. We'll try to find something that's a little bit closer to the sleekness of this weapon. Let's go for this one. Just a reflex sight, makes you slightly better in VATS, and no scopes on this one. And right now I've got a standard, but we can have a helical mag with 84 rounds, which seems to add a little bit more of a grip there with the grooves. So if it's slippery and wet, you will lose grip a little bit less, I suppose. And you can wrap some tape around the grip to make it more comfortable. This rubberized grip tape looks pretty good. Let's use that. And the barrel right now, I've got a standard. We can extend that, or rather make that steel, polygonal, or aluminium, or aluminum, which seems to have many holes in it, and it doesn't make the weapon lighter despite being made of a different and lighter material than the standard steel. Let's see. Hinders mobility with little additional weight. That's right, there's no additional weight. Improved handling at the cost of muzzle velocity. It's not reflected there. I guess we're just going to leave that standard. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on there. I may have just unlocked a muzzle for that, and I did. So I can throw a suppressor on there, a flash guard, a muzzle brake. If the recoil is too much, I might consider putting these on. But we're going to put a monolithic giant burrito suppressor on the front of this because that's what we want. We're going to, I don't know, like that's huge. That's a big suppressor. That's fine. That's great. That's going to make the weapon more front heavy and improve our accuracy because the recoil will be a little bit less. We can change the stock from that one, no stock at all, a skeleton stock, or a close quarters stock for streamline for close quarters combat. So not a lot of air resistance is on that stock, so that seems like a good choice. And we could go for, we got sleight of hand there. That's a pretty okay choice for a weapon that has got a capacity that's so high. I think I might want to go with Stalker. I think seems nice. Marathon for extra action points is never a bad thing to go. HP regeneration is not that bad either. Ready Up, I think, is actually excellent, but I've got a bunch of powered armored pieces already, so we'll just go for Marathon there. Might extend our VATS rounds a little bit more than usual, and a legendary effect is there if you need it. There's no ammo types on this thing at all. The Russian Recon Pack one had some ammo types attached to it. This one you can only use the 10mm bullets, which in real life this thing's chambered in 9mm, and 10 mils are pretty big. I guess it's only a millimeter off, right? But I feel like maybe the 38 rounds would be slightly more, make slightly more sense, maybe? Who knows? Alright, let's shoot stuff. Like most COD-ported weapons, you can craft this on a chemistry workbench under weapon PP19 Bizon, and for gun nut rank 4, which I think is very well warranted in this situation, and a whole bunch of materials, you can craft yourself a 1 or 2 if you like, 3 if you've got the materials, 4 if you want. I'm not going to use all of these. Righto, so it's about 7 AM in the morning, and this is the PP19 from Modern Warfare in first person. It's got some sprinting animations, it's got bash animations, and we just destroyed the car by hitting it. Interesting. Anyways, when you aim down sights, it sort of looks like this particular reflex sight I don't think is super visible, especially against colors that are similar to itself. Against the greens I can see it, so that's good. Take a quick look in third person. Now the thing seems to be sized pretty well. It doesn't seem too big. And there's some reload animations in third and in first person. And whilst we're on the topic of reloads, this thing by default has a tactical reload component, but I just downloaded a patch to remove that entirely, because what would happen is I try to reload this thing and it wouldn't work. The only way I could reload is if I completely empty the magazine, which doesn't seem all that tactical to me at all. I've also created an unsuppressed one, so you can hear this thing in a more loud and proud fashion. Just got a big old muzzle compensator brake thing on the front for controlling recoil. As you can tell, not a whole lot of recoil to speak of. Very COD sounding, if I don't say so myself. So we'll get started. We're probably going to get spotted very quickly, because we are as pale as you can get, so they should probably be easy to see. We're going to start shooting at things anyway. And with the sneak criticals, we're getting over 1,000 damage. I've had sniper rifles that don't hit this hard. So let me paint a picture for you, right? We've got a magazine size of 84. A rate of fire of that much, I'd say it's a good 700 to 800-ish. And 1,000 damage per shot. If that doesn't scream overpowered, I don't know what will. And even when we're not getting sneak criticals, we're hitting them for around 300 each time. And if we hit the headshots, they'll be dead even further. Well, actually, it's kind of a binary thing. You're either dead or you're not. But, like, they're furthery dead because I killed them so hard with this completely just total disregard of video game balance. Even the MG42 guy gets hit in the head for about 600 damage, and yeah, hey, he's not getting back up. And we can even take out these guys. Now, it's probably a little bit more realistic for weapons to hit this hard, and, you know, not seeing the gunners tank like a full magazine, but I like a little bit of consistency. I can suspend my disbelief. Plus, we're just tanking what they can throw at us. Like, the game's not even giving us combat music. That's how much the game doesn't care right now. The game's like, yeah, you got this. I'll just keep vibing and playing the standard music. Their threats are nothing. As Sovereign says, your words are as empty as your future. So now, this is loud and proud variant. Do I wait for him to peak? I sure do. There we go. And we'll just hip fire this thing a little bit. We've got the super intense sight. Also, this is going to be slightly less powerful than the suppressed version because I don't have Ace Operator boosting my damage, of course. Oh, that's combat music now. The game thinks I'm in a bit of strife. I'm happily proving them wrong at the moment, but there's plenty more action to be had. I don't think I've had this much of a crazy run without sneaking in Gunner's Plaza for a very long time. Although we've had a couple of really strong ones lately. And even from back here, we're hitting them really, really hard. You wouldn't expect to hit that hard with literally any other gun in the game. Oh, nice. If you don't notice what happened there, that was the Bloody Mess rank 4 chain explosion effect actually happened there before your very eyes. A lot of people I see that they don't notice that. They're saying it never happens. Well, it just did. So that was pretty neat, and we only killed that guy because the hipfire bloom allowed us to shoot a little bit lower than the camera could possibly aim down. We've got 70 in this thing, and we've had no crashes so far. I guess it's because I've been cleaning up the gunners so fast.
Nice.
One of them carries the crash laser, which causes the game to crash, I suppose. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Looks like the dude has run out of his metal tent, so we'll try to gun him down. Almost there. I could probably get him with hipfire from back here. The spread doesn't really seem to change all that much. Maybe if I tap fire this thing when I'm hip firing it standing still, it'll be as accurate as it can get. I think I missed one. Yep. That's Little Miss Creation Club with a Gauss rifle. And that gunner gets adequately thrown onto the vents and then off of the roof. Yep, that's basically it's a little bit of a microcosm and an allegory for how the PP19 from Modern Warfare has just trashed Gunner's Plaza like that. And I've installed a mod that makes it clear all the time. Winch is going to get a tan out of it. Okay, so we're going to stealth commando Mr. Swan over there, but with a suppressor, and we'll see how we can go to take that guy out. If we can nail... Oh, we're getting 1200 damage from all the way back here. This will be a one mag kill, but he got distracted. He saw a boom bug, and that sort of made his aggro happen. But yeah, we'll have no problems, no issues at all. And we'll just actually, never mind. He fell the wrong way. Yeah, if the weapon's got enough power to push Swan back the way he came from, yeah. We're making a real... What's the opposite of making a meal out of it? I would say well, it's like a nice day out there. Look, there's an angler down there. He's from Far Harbor. Also a feral ghoul reaver. We'll take him out. Okay, speaking of feral ghouls, I'm gonna kill one. BRB. Okay, weird thing is, it's only 2 o'clock. I'm already at this ghoul section, and normally if I fast travel here after a Swan and Gunner's Plaza fight, it's nightfall. So that'll show you how much time efficiency I'm getting here. I'm gonna shoot this thing in third person. Is it just me, or is that faster than it should have been? I think there's gunners over there. There's invisible asshole gunners. This might be a little bit more of an interesting fight, because if they cloak, I can't see them as good. I'll have to track their muzzle flash. Suddenly, a gulper showed up. What are you doing here? Get out. Oh, I was trying to defend the settlement. He must have thought I was a gunner. Clearly not. I would have probably given you the benefit of the doubt if I was playing as Bridget, but not Winter. She's dressed in blue. Gunners are dressed in green. I have the sneaking suspicion this thing fires faster in third person, despite the look at the casings coming out. That's awesome. But look at the numbers go down when I shoot this thing. Right, it takes that long to get rid of a magazine. Remember that in your brains. And then if I go into first person, oh, you just dump more bullets out in third person. Okay, knowing this, I'm going to kill a Mirelurk Queen. BRB. Wait a minute, what's that? What am I looking at there? It's got a health bar. It's a Space Allen ship. What? There's Space Allens here. Well, I'm going to shoot its tail, I guess. Take that. Oh, you picked the wrong day to show up. I forgot I had the Space Allen mod installed, but I'm gonna blow up that thing. I mean, it's like a vertibird, right? But it's a flying saucer. Out of control. Oh, you're not going to survive that, are you? Also, we're in the glowing sea right now, and like the clear weather mod is like super hardcore here. I'm not taking any rads right now because there's no radiation storm here at all. And I'm kind of conflicted about that. Also, there's a bunch of floaters and big spiders here. Just a little bit of an Australia for you. Big spiders. That one's got little babies on it. Arachnophobes are virtualized because there's plenty of scary spiders around here. And rad scorpions. He looks pretty standard rad scorpion-y. Yep. Down here we call them redbacks. Oh, look, it's a thing from Fallout 2, the Wanamingo, which I don't know if they were like a weird alien reference. Also, you might notice there's like balloons going around. They're called floaters. Look at that guy. He's big. He's a big boy. Should probably get rid of him. He's gonna eat me. There we go. Nothing can stand before the PP19. More Space Allens. I'll clear them out. Alright, see ya. Hey, look, it's a giant Cazador. I'm gonna poke it. And do 1,300 damage. There's the Myler Queen I wanted. And where are you going? Oh, brood mother. Okay, that's a little bit easier to look at than Dragon Age brood mothers, I'll tell you that much. But we're gonna sneak. Go sneaky, 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 and we're gonna whack it in the leg and get a sneak critical on a bash hit. Never mind, there's a snake there. Alright, get out of here. Don't you bloody... Never mind, it saw me, and we're kind of not in a good spot here. It's not moving though, so that's helpful. Although it's aciding me, it's not pleasant. Yes, put me in a nerd rage. I dare ya. Do it. That's nerd rage now. Let's go. I can take him. I might die due to damage over time afterwards. We'll switch weapons now instead of reloading. Come on. In the legs, maybe the head. Finish off with a little bit of style. There we go. Oh. And it topples Laxodon. Take that. You're a long way from main angler. Don't you even dare. There's a mole rat too. Just a battle royale for everyone involved right now. Even some stingwings over there fighting a rad scorpion. We'll take them out. Okay, so I think I know the reason why this area just doesn't look that good, because the glowing sea, you're not meant to see everything like this. Seeing the Boston skyline and the Pridwood on the horizon, though, from the glowing sea is an interesting perspective that I have never seen before, and I will probably never come in the glowing sea again under normal weather circumstances. Maybe this is like the super mega ultra future of Fallout 4, where there's like just crap still lying around. There's a little bit of glowing from like, I don't know, some decayed reactors, but the ambient radiation is gone. Who knows? Anyways, that's about it for the PP19. Also compatible with classic holstered weapons if you care for that mod, which I would recommend because you get to wear the guns that you use, kind of like old school Fallout. And I guess that's it. It's completely overpowered and flies in the face of balance. But if that's your thing, then go right ahead. It might be fun just to mess around with, but you might have to dial down the damage. I do believe that the PP19 from the Russian assault pack is the superior weapon for both customization and use and balance. So grab that if you're interested in the PP19. But if you like COD guns, then go right ahead. Links will be in the description. Recommend this either way. Thank you very much for watching, guys.